Good morning! I'm PolarizedMoon and welcome back to a live stream. Today we're playing Kingdom of Loathing. I do have, like the super low like the hyper low latency chat on. Don't get a I can give you a hello during the stream. I already said hello, and that was to anybody who showed up early. Okay, so we're gonna get right in. I have the super low latency on, so I won't have to wait like 12 hours to see you guys to see your guys' responses to my stupidness. Yeah, so that when I'm doing those things that you guys get to pick what I'm doing, you get to pick what I'm doing a lot faster. I don't have to wait there for like whatever. All right, so I'm gonna go right into here, and I think what we were doing last time was trying to get the beat the ghost at pool. So I think, unless there's somewhere where I can, my current pool skill is 6. Wait, where was the Spooky Raven Manor? That's right. Alpha Games says H to you two. So I go to the haunted billiards room. You're fighting a chalk dust wraith. As you approach one of the tables in the haunted billiards room, you're abruptly stopped by the sight of what appears to be a bluish-white cloud of pure malevolence. It drifts towards you, ready to dry you up and blow you away. Pick its pocket. Handful of chalk dust. It tries to send tendrils of chalk into your nostrils, but you quickly start breathing in the opposite direction. Oh, that's right. These things take so much to kill. Oh, man. Let's see. Sucker Punch. Sure. It's not gonna really do much. Cool. Great. Oh, come on. Let's kill it. Kill it. I think Bogganal does more damage to this thing. Oh, one drop. No, he doesn't. He doesn't do any more damage to it than I do. There we go. Welcome to our pool table. The ghostly pool shark has rematerialized next to one of the tables and grins at you smugly as he screws together his ghostly custom pool cue and chalks the tip of it with an actual cube of chalk. Somehow. He puts the brass key back on the edge of the table and gestures with a jerk of his hand for you to come try again. Hustle the ghost. You put a little swagger into your step as you approach the table and break with a mighty crack. The balls scatter around the table and you manage to pocket not only the cue ball, but also the 8. Haha, beat that, you challenge the ghost, who stares at you in blank disbelief for a full 15 seconds before picking up the brass key and disappearing. Hey, what's his problem? Well, at least you got some practice. That's not how you play pool. Okay, I don't know what pool skill I need to beat that guy. So, we're gonna have to keep trying. That's how I play pool. Pick his pocket. Cool. Oh man, these things take so long to kill. Yeah. Tries to envelop and suffocate you. Fun fact, if I was fighting this thing and it tried to suffocate me, I would die. Because I'm allergic to most types of chalk. But oh, ow. I'm getting attacked to death by this guy. I'm gonna assume here that I need to have like 10 skill. Oh yes. I can keep trying. Oh man, I'm gonna assume here I need like 10 pool skill to beat that guy. So I'm not sure how long that's gonna take. I guess it'd be one more skill here, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, and handful of chalk dust. Oh, come on, seriously, another chalk wraith? These things are the worst. They're the worst. The worst. The very worst. Because they take so long. There's got to be some way to kill them a little bit faster, but I have no idea what it is. Spits a cloud of chalk dust into my eye. Fantastic. Cool. Yes. Hustle the ghost. You lean over to your cue and slam the ball for the break. The ball is scattered nicely, and you manage to get one in. You miss your next attempt, though. The ghost proceeds to run most of the table, with only the 8 ball left to pocket when it becomes your turn again. You're left with a tricky shot that requires some low English, and you hit it a little too low. And with a little too much force, and the ball hops up onto the rail, ricochets off the table, and hits you in the forehead with a crack. When you wake up, neither the ghost nor his key are anywhere to be seen. Oh well, at least you got some practice. Okay, so now I'm at 10. So maybe that'll be enough to beat this guy? I have no idea. Tofu says, I don't know how long I can stay. The whole keeping up with everything is kind of making the video buffer a lot with my bad connection. Oh no! That's no good. Well, hopefully you can stay as well as you can. Or as much as you can. That's no good. Poltergeist. I gained 34 hit points. Wow. Boganold's a 16-pound mosquito now. Great. How much until he levels up? He's almost a 17-pound mosquito. Alright, come on. Let's kill this thing. I wanna get that pool done. That's one fat bug. Gained a moxie point. Cool. I'm getting levels up at least. Alright, 8-ball. Ah, come on, chalk dust wraith. These things are the worst. I've said that a bunch of times. There's gotta be an easier way to kill these things, right? Who knows? Maybe I can, do I have an item that can, like, baseball, hairspray? Can I hairspray it? I don't think that's gonna work. 2 hit points, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Ooh, here we go. You mill around the haunted billiard room for a while, idly rolling balls into the pockets of one of the tables and listening to them thunk their way through the ball return, and looking up at the rows of snarling taxidermy animal heads that line the walls. Man, would anyone want those angry-looking heads staring at them while they play pool? What could be less relaxing than that? Suddenly, there's a flash of lightning outside the window, and the room, the entire house, is plunged into darkness. After a moment, lightning flashes again, briefly illuminating the stuffed heads, all of which appear to be looking right at you as the grandfather clock somewhere tolls out 13 o'clock. So sure, there's the answer to that question for you. You seem to remember that there was a short candelabra on the shelf next to the spare cubes of pool chalk, and managed to locate it with the minimum of flailing and knocking pool cues out of the rack. After lighting the candles and putting back the cues, you've left looking at the mounted animal heads in flickering candlelight, which makes them look even more alive and angry than they did before. Let's explore a bit. Okay, so this one, I don't remember what I've done before, so I'm gonna let you guys pick what we do here. You set the candelabra to the edge of the one of the pool tables, turning it so that the wax won't drip on the felt. You may be a psychotic kleptomaniac, but you aren't a heathen. You look around the room, usually you're too distracted by poltergeists and so on to pay much attention to the place. But it's, no, get out of here, thank you. But it's weirdly quiet in here now, almost too quiet. Nah, just messing with you. What does too quiet even mean anyway? It's when things get loud that you got problems. We're going to taxidermy heads. The gross animal heads leer back at you as you walk around the room. Looking up at them, you guess that there would be something weird about them. You're half right, specifically about the half of them that are normal things to find mounted on taxidermy heads. Stag, a wolf, a bear, and so on. And then there's a couple of house cats, a frog, a pig, a duck. You probably never thought to describe facial expression of a duck as leering. Well, maybe it's just the candlelight, but there's one duck that you wouldn't introduce to your sister. Before you finish inspecting the heads, the lights on the house flicker back to life. So you shrug and return to your previous business, whatever that was. I'm not even sure that there's anything you can do with that set of things. I don't think I've ever gotten anything from doing that adventure. But you never know. I mean, there might be one, can I kill you, please? There might be one thing or another that, that'll work out. RIP. You're fighting a poltergeist. Let's pick its pocket. There we go. Can I get the... Yes. Can I get the poltergeist to get, or not the poltergeist. Which one's it? The billiards ghost dude. I wanna try that. Oh, come on. Chalk dust wraith again. All the chalk dust wraiths. I guess this is just what we're doing now. Maybe there is a better way to fight this guy. Can I examine him or anything? I don't think any of these are gonna do anything to help me. Sucker punch. Sucker punch. Sucker punch. Sucker punch. None of that helped. Here we go. So I have 10. You think this is gonna go? No, it did not. Yeesh. How much pool... Do I have a pool cue that I can use? You step up to the break and drive the cue ball into the rack with a mighty blow. The ball is rocketed around the table, but alas, the only one that goes into the pocket is the cue ball. The ghost rolls his eyes at you and proceeds to run the entire table, leaving you standing there with the cue in your hands, and he picks up the brass key and vanishes with a contemptuous shake of his head. Oh well, at least you got some practice. Do I have a... equipment? Oh, I already have my pool cue equipped. Yeesh. Oh, man. So I would be doing terribly. Maybe there's something else that can give me better cue ball. Sleeves damage, +5 meat from monsters, damage to stench spell. Yeah, none of that's gonna help me, I don't think. Maybe there is a place where I can go to practice pool without having to fight a bunch of those guys. Junk. Well, I guess I could try the junk at the old landfill. Maybe I can fight these things now. You're fighting a junk sprite ratchet sharpener. Junk sprites are kind of like gnomes, only with wings and torsos. And without the weird speech impediment. Is that how you spell that word? I don't... Okay. They share the love of tinkering and crafting with their gnomish cousins, though, and a similar love of beating the stuffing out of people who interrupt their tinkering. This particular junk sprite sharpens pieces of metal into upcycle into semi-lethal crafts. He's just about to turning some tin cans into shuriken, and you've provided a target for him to test them out on. You fish around in his pocket but don't find anything. He tries to stab you with a sharpened toothbrush, but it's only sharpened the bristle part, and it's still not so sharp. You swat at him with your pool cue, only managing to do... Oh, wait. Music. I forgot. I'm still using my pool cue. This might not be the best idea. So I should be using something different. Which one was it? Lead yo-yo? Yeah. Let's equip that lead yo-yo. And then we can go back to the junk landfill. A junk sprite bicycle melter. Junk sprites are a little like pixies, a little like fairies, and a little like that guy last week who has a fully functional forge in his house so he can make swords on the weekends. This junk sprite melts all the scrap and metal down so he can cold cast it into various new and exciting weapons. So junk sprites have that hippie urge to turn junk into something else, but at least junk sprites go for useful and deadly over looks great twisted into my dreads, man. Don't find anything. Great. Well, at least I'm killing them pretty quickly. A junk sprite faucet bender. Cool. Boggold is now 17 pounds. So I need to get a ladle pender. So I need to find the parts to make a junk. I'm not sure how I am to do these things. Funky junk key. Ooh, what does that do? Let's go check that inventory. Recent items. Funky junk key. My best friend had one of these. Sad but true. He used to go to the junk sprite den. He never came back. Cannot be discarded. Oh. So is that a quest item? No, it's not. Apparently it's not a quest item. Is it just... Oh, there it is. Funky junk key. Miscellaneous items. Interesting. Tofu says, I want to forge. I want to forge too. That'd be really cool. Probably be terrible with it because I have no idea what I'm doing, but whatever. Alright. I'm going to take a little bit of a break here and take some... drink some water. My throat is a little, my throat is a little sore from yesterday. I was doing a lot of talking. This would be a great time for you guys to go, share the stream. If you guys are enjoying it, maybe you can bring in some other people who enjoy it also. And then we can have a nice little community here. I think that would be great. Alright. Okay. We're good. So, what have we... Okay, so we can go to infiltrate the throne room. I wasn't nearly strong enough to beat the Goblin King. Well, let's continue on with the, let's continue on with trying to get that pool thing done. Bait the pool ghost. Oh wait, I don't have my... I don't have my I don't have my pool cue equipped. Let's equip that. That might be a good idea. Pool cue, equip that. Not very strong with it, but that's a thing. There we go. Another 8-ball. I'm getting a lot of those. I could probably sell a lot of those because I'm getting so many of them. Okay. I could sell equip weapon. No, 7-ball, 6-ball. Where's the 8-balls? I have a bunch of those, don't I? Food and drink. 8-ball. Oh, I only have 3 of them? Combat usable items. Well, I guess I might as well keep them for now. I thought I had a lot more than that. But, you know, things happen. Pick his pocket. Nope, that didn't work. Handful of chalk. Hand chalk. Handful of white hand chalk. Never fumble. Weapon damage +3. +3 pool skill. Oh my gosh, I feel like a moron. Chalk dust. Where is it? Handful of... Oh, it's handful of, Oh, I can't use it during a fight? I have to... Okay. Never mind. I'm gonna use it to attack with pool cue. Nope, that... Come on. Come on. Kill it, please. Could you please die? I would very much appreciate it if you would die. There we go. I got a Moxie point up. Okay, so let's use... miscellaneous. Wait, would it be under consumables or miscellaneous? Miscellaneous. Handful of chalk dust. I have 26 of them? Oh, man. Chalky hand. Okay. Let's try this again. So now my pool skill is 14. I could probably sell a lot of those chalky hands, though, because, I have a lot of them, and I don't particularly need them that much. I've been fighting a lot of these guys. Yes, that would kill me. I'd be dead. Alright, a good thing that video games are not real life. Oh, come on. And I have, if my chalky hand runs out, that won't be great. So I have to make sure that, I keep up with my chalky hand while I'm here. If you die in the game, you die for real. Well, seriously, Chalk Dust Wraith, again, stop it with that. I don't appreciate fighting this thing so many times. I don't know why I said if you die in the game, you die for real with, like, a pirate accent or something. I don't know. I'm weird like that. Shush. Ignore me. Them pirate gamers. There we go. Okay. I've still got that. We're good. Yes, hustle the ghost. Still didn't work. You set up the table. Cue in hand and execute a nice solid break. You run most of the table and plainly impressed despite himself, the ghost decides not to go easy on you. He proceeds to pocket every one of his balls, including the 8, and vanishes triumphantly with the shiny brass key. Damn it. Oh well, at least you got some practice. Okay, we're making progress. That was close. I should probably also... Actually, I can do one more adventure. Pick his pocket. Nope, didn't get anything from it. What does the 4-ball do? Sleaze damage, okay. So now I need to use another handful of chalk dust. So I keep my hands chalky. It's not a good idea, but, you know, it is what it is. A lot of these I'm getting 2 chalk dusts from because I pickpocket them at the beginning and get one, and then I kill them and get them again. So, I mean, I'm getting more chalk dust than I'm using, even if I do that. Yeah, handful of chalk dust. All right, here we go. Come on. You want to die? I would very much appreciate you dying. You're fighting a chalk dust wraith. Because then we can just move on and get past this. Alright, come on. More chalk dust wraith. That's great. How much defense do these things have? Well, I guess they probably don't have... I mean, they probably have... There's probably a weapon or something that'll kill them very quickly. I just don't remember what it is. Handful of hand chalk. Pick his pocket? Nope. Oh, come on. Well, at least I think Boggled is doing a little bit extra damage too, so there's that. Come on. Come on. Come on. Die. Die. There we go. Another one, and I'm out of chalk dust. Great. My chalk thing ran out. Using all of my adventures on these things. Just die. It's a chalk dust. Why is the chalk dust in here? What's all the chalk dust doing in my house? Because it's not my house. It's a spooky man. You know what? You must die. Alright, let's get more... Let's use up some more hand chalk. How much does that sell for? Where is it? Handful of chalk dust. Combat usable, most... 50 meat a piece. Wow. That's actually a lot. Alright, well, let's, I've got my chalky hands. Well, that's not gonna work. Come on. Come on. Would you like to die? I would very much appreciate it if you could die and just never come back. I mean, I could just get a bunch of your... I could just get a bunch of your chalk dust and sell it. Hustle the ghost. Yes! I did it! You lean over the table, cue in hand, and aim for the break. With a good solid crack, the balls skitter around the table like panicked rats. Two of them escaping into their holes. You knock in a third and a fourth. You can't get a decent shot at a fifth, so you satisfy yourself with parking the cue ball somewhere inconvenient for your opponent. The ghost grimaces, and then tries to cover with the carefree shrug. He barely manages to make his shot, but it's a close call, and the relief on his face makes it plain when you've already thrown him off his stride. He sinks 3 more, then misses. With the table now opened up nicely, your next 3 balls thunk into the pockets, with the rhythm of precision clockwork. And you gild the lily by unnecessarily banking a cue ball off 3 rails before sinking the 8 and winning the game. With a howl of frustration, the ghost attempts to break his pool cue over his knee, but they just pass through each other. He becomes even more frustrated. Shush, I can read. He becomes even more frustrated and vanishes to find somewhere that he can really lose his cool without anyone seeing it. You pick up the brass key he left behind with a smug grin of your own. Spooky Raven Library Key. If a book is a doorway to another world, then a library is a room full of doors, and this key is, by extension, short of a janitor's master key for all these other worlds. Given the particular books in the Spooky Raven Library, though, you might be better off sticking to your word-smelling janitor's closet instead. Cool. Okay, so we made it through that. That was good. So I need to search the desks in the haunted library until you find Lady Spookraven's necklace. You're fighting a book bat. If a brick bat is a small fragment of a brick, does this mean that this is a small fragment of a book? Nope, not at all. In fact, it's a book that's been possessed by some sort of restless spirit and is now flying around the library, attacking anybody who happens by. You happen by. Get the jump on it. Let's pick his pocket. I don't find anything. It tries to slam on your calf, but you dive behind a bookshelf to avoid it. I just realized I still have my pool cue. I should probably switch to a more effective weapon. A more effective weapon. Oh, you do not know what you do. Okay, there we go. Let's go back to the haunted... Oh. Which one should I read? You guys are gonna pick which one I'm gonna do here. As you're wandering through the Spooky Raven Library, you notice a shelf full of particularly interesting books. Which one would you like to peruse? The Rise of the House of Spooky Raven, The Better Haunted Homes and Conservatory's Cookbook, Ancient Forbidden Unspeakable Evil, A Love Story, or Reading is for Losers, I'm Out of Here. Looks like I am picking the cookbook. You flip through the cookbook. Interesting. It says here that if you cook Nolish casserole dish with a wad of tofu, you'll get tofu casserole. Huh, you'll have to try that sometimes. Tofu, we now know how to cook you into casserole. Congratulations, you just discovered a new recipe. Fantastic. You're fighting a writing desk. In the library, you come across one of Lord Spooky Raven's writing desks. How did Lord Spooky Raven like his writing desk? He liked it just fine, thanks for asking. Some of the ancient forbidden unspeakable evil that he studied must have rubbed off on this desk, though, because it's moving, growling, and trying to bite you in a way that ordinary writing desks hardly ever do. You deftly slip your fingers into your opponent's pocket and grab something. An inkwell. There's a small bottle filled with black ink. Remember, if you don't want ink poorly, you'll need an inkwell. Weakens enemies a little bit. Cool. It tries to crush you against a bookshelf, but you grab a nearby ladder and swing it out of the way. Stylish. You shred it like a redhead shreds a cello. Ma, you do 18 damage. Tries to crush you against a bookshelf, but you grab a nearby ladder, and I already did that. You do an over shoulder with your lead yo-yo, barely missing your shoulder blade before hitting it for 20 damage. You watch with glee as Bognold extracts 16 drops of blood from your enemy, then you listen with barely concealed horror as he squirts the blood into your ear. You open all the drawers in the now still desk, but don't find any necklaces. Tofu, you are the best casserole. That's fantastic. Alright, let's adventure again. You're fighting a Banshee librarian. This is a Banshee employed by the ghosts of Spooky Raven Manor to ask as a librarian. Ask, act. Yeesh, hold on 1 second. My throat is a little parched. This is the Banshee employed by the ghosts of Spooky Raven Manor to act as a librarian. She's really frustrated because if there's one thing that Banshees love to do, it's wail. And if there's one thing you can't do in a library, it's also wail. Ooh, a killing jar. Typically, a killing jar is just a regular glass jar with ether-soaked cotton at the bottom, which lepidopterists use to kill butterflies without damaging their wings. If you don't know what a Banshee would do with one, though, and whatever that faintly glowing ball of mist inside isn't a butterfly. Weakens enemies and briefly stuns them. Huh. She tries to hit you with a rolled-up newspaper from the periodical section, but you point out that private libraries don't have periodical sections. Disintegrating quill pen? I'm getting all sorts of stuff now. This quill pen looks like it's been seen better days. Or maybe it just came from really crappy bird. Either way, you've got something to write with. This should probably be something short. Okay, what do I use it for? Huh. It's another Banshee librarian. I didn't pick... She whispers something into your ear, but it turns out to be sweet nothing, so it has no... It has sweet no effect on you. Oh man, this game is great. Cool. Oh, here we go. We have, let's have you guys pick another one here. As you're wandering through the Spooky Raven library, you notice a shelf full of particularly interesting books. Which one would you like to peruse? Read The Fall of the House of Spooky Raven, To Serve Man, Delicious Cocktails, Ancient Forbidden Unspeakable Yoga, A Beginner's Guide. The cocktails? To Serve Man, Delicious Cocktails. You flip through the bartending guide. Interesting. It says here if you mix grapefruit with a bottle of rum, you'll get Monkey Wrench. Huh. You'll have to try that sometime. Ooh, here we go. To Serve Man. It's a cookbook. Here we go. You guys get to pick this one, too. You walk through the library, wondering what eldritch secrets are hidden within the pages of all these books. You can almost hear them muttering around you. It's a sound somewhere between the rustle of a paper and a creepy guy whispering in your ear. The restless silence is broken by a sonorous toll from a giant bell of a clock, which may or may not be giant, striking the hour. You cover your ears as dust sifts down from the ceiling, breathing a sigh of relief after the 12th bell tolls. The clock then strikes 13, even louder than before, and all the lights go out, leaving you in almost complete darkness. The candle. Grab a candle. You grope towards one of the decorative sconces on the wall and pull out an unlit taper. And before you get some really weird mental images, a tapir is kind of horse elephant looking animal. A taper is a candle. Anyway, before you can strike a match or summon a tiny fireball, a heavily accented voice says, "Put the candle back." Or candle back. Oh man. Huh? You say, looking around for the source of the voice. "Put the candle back," the voice says again. "Honestly, this is a library. You can't have fire in here. Are you trying to get banned for life?" You put the candle back in the sconce and lights flicker back on. You leave before you accidentally offend any more spirits. You're fighting a banshee librarian. Okay, I've gotten a couple of disintegrating... Oh, she takes you outside, clears her throat, and wails at you. Full volume. Your eardrums rupture 73 times. Great. Alright, so I now have, she tries to open your arse with a ghostly claw, but you knock some books off a nearby shelf, and she rushes to put them back in order. So I now have a couple of those quill pens, so I can just use one, see what happens. You pick up the pen and immediately dips itself into your inkwell, completely draining it. Filled to capacity, it floats around for a bit looking for something to write on, but to no avail. It dumps the ink back in the inkwell and floats it gently back into your sack. Huh. Okay. So I need to find some kind of, something to write on, probably. Well, I guess that's a thing. You're fighting a book bat. Pick his pocket. Tattered scrap of paper. There we go. It tries to hit you with its spine, but you've got your orange crush. I mean, you dodge it. Orange crush. Oh, man. I love orange crush. Okay, so now, let's try that again. There we go. You pick up the pen and immediately dips itself into your inkwell, completely draining it. Filled to capacity, it immediately floats toward a tattered scrap of paper in your sack and begins scrawling arcane symbols on it. Exhausted, the pen falls to the floor, where it disintegrates into dust. Well, dust covered with ink. More like mud than dust, I guess. You acquire item. Scroll of ancient, forbidden, unspeakable evil. Yeesh. This is a tattered scrap of paper with some evil-looking markings on it. As you glance at it, you see the markings rearrange themselves into legible characters. At least they didn't rearrange themselves into cartoon characters, because that would have been even creepier. Combat item. Invokes dangerous and unpredictable magic. Interesting. Should I use it in combat? Well, we'll see how that works. You're fighting a book bat. Should I use it? Scroll of ancient, forbidden, unspeakable evil. Oh, great. That didn't work out well for me. Well, it kind of worked. You read the runes written on the tattered scroll. Black tentacles emerge from the ground beneath it and beat it soundly for 45 damage. You suddenly notice a horrible smell. You look around, but find that it's coming from inside your nose. These scrolls are dangerous, man. You lose 6 hit points, stench damage. Cool, that was awesome. You're writing a fighting desk. Or I'm fighting a writing desk. Oh man, I am so dyslexic, it's not even funny. Wow. Wow, I'm a crazy person sometimes. Wow. Well, to be honest, somebody had to write this desk. I mean, I'm fighting a desk that somebody has written, so I guess there's that. It still kind of makes sense. Shush. Shush, I can read. One of the desk drawers open and the stationery it contains becomes decidedly mobile as it rises and whirls towards you. You avoid a serious paper cut by the narrowest of margins. You walk the dog with your lead yo-yo, hitting for 21 damage. You walk the dog, don't find any necklaces. Well, let's pick his pocket. Snifter of thoroughly aged brandy. Interesting. This is a snifter of the brandy that Lord Spooky Raven liked. Looks like it's got left in his desk drawer for decades. It's dried into sort of a thick brown sludge. Still smells like brandy, though. Ooh, that sounds disgusting. Sounds really disgusting. Well, let's kill it. I guess I can make a bunch of those. Can I get... Yeah, so what does this thing say? This rectangular-ish scrap of yellowed paper. You know that smell old books have? That reminds you of a library. This has that, except it reminds you of an evil library. Lets you escape combat without spending an adventure, maybe. Huh. Interesting. Huh, that's cool. Let's pick his pocket. Nope. So I need to attack a bunch of those, so I need to, yeah. Oh, here we go. More books. As you're wandering through the Spooky Raven library, you notice a shelf full of particularly interesting books. The Rise of Spooky Raven, The Better Haunted Homes and Conservatories Cookbook, or Ancient Forbidden Unspeakable Evil, A Love Story. Which one should I read? Take a look, it's in a book. Yeah, this is more like reading Death Blow. Yeah, that's a great joke, Moon. That's a great joke. Nobody has a decision on what kind of reading Painbow. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, that's a lot better than reading Death Blow. Okay, well, if you guys don't have one that you love story, okay, I can do that. You crack open... Oh my gosh. There's so many of these. Okay. You crack open a tome of Ancient Forbidden Unspeakable Evil. Which particular flavor of Ancient Forbidden Unspeakable Evil were you looking for? I'll just do these in order. Tuesdays with Abhorrent Fiends. Apparently the author of this book used to spend his Tuesday afternoons talking to retired nether fiends. Turns out he was onto something. If you want to know forbidden secrets of the dark and sinister nature of the universe, those guys are the guys you want to talk to. Gain 34 mysteriousness. Awesome. More Banshee librarians. Cool. Let's get some more. There we go. Can I? Don't find any necklaces. No more necklaces apparently. Boggle is now an 18-pound mosquito. Great. A killing jar. So that weakens... Okay, weakens enemy. I don't particularly need these right now. Oh. It barrels toward you, but it quickly produced a copy of the New Yorker from a nearby shelf and showed a scathing review of itself. It flutters away, muttering about how liberals wouldn't know good literature if it smacked them in the face. Fumble. Alright, I'll do a couple more of these. And then I think I'm gonna try for that, yeah, here we go. The writing desk. Fight the writing desk one more time. Oh, never mind. I found it. You open one of the drawers of the desk and find what you've been looking for. A moderately expensive necklace with a card attached reading, "For my luscious Rebecca." You're pretty sure Spooky Raven's name wasn't Rebecca. This luscious Rebecca, or Lady Spooky Raven's necklace. You know, the one, her faithful husband who totally loved her and alone got her gift before they all died. Yeah, that one. That one. Okay, so now what do I do? Take the necklace to Lady Spooky Raven. Hello? Lady Spooky Raven must have sensed somehow that you found her necklace, because she seems to have materialized in the hallway. You approach her. At the sight of it, her eyes light up with an even more unearthly glow than they had prior to lighting up. She takes the necklace and places it around her neck, at which point a ghostly copy of the necklace silently falls to the floor. You acquire an item, Ghost of a Necklace. That is not at all how you expected that to work. You look back up in time to see her drift upwards through the ceiling. I guess you don't even get a thanks. Ghost of a Necklace. Wow. Thinking back on the life of the necklace that lived makes you simultaneously uncomfortable and glad you weren't involved in most of it. Nice. Okay, so I did that. Cool. I beat another quest. Yeah. So I need to neutralize the Goblin King. So now I have a bunch of items that can actually do a bunch of damage to the Goblin King. Let's build another, let's build another one of these. Yeah. Okay, so I need to equip, what was the things I need to equip? The Knobgoblin Elite Helm, the Knobgoblin Polearm, the Elite Pants, and oh, I gotta equip the Ghost Necklace. Cool. Wait. Oh, that's also an accessory. Which ones do I have? All attributes plus 3. Regenerate per adventure. All attributes plus 3. And this one is Sleaze damage. I think I'm good without that for now. So let's go and try to defeat the Knobgoblin. Okay. Okay. So we're not completely dead right away. So let's use Sucker Punch. I am dead right away. Great. Do I still need to get more health for that? Alright, I need to rest in my tent. I'm gonna rest a couple times to get my health all the way back up. There we go. So now let's try it. Whoa, that music changed really fast. Okay. So now I can use Disco Dance of Doom. There we go. You bust some moves like a dancing queen, only instead of young and sweet, you're a grizzled adventurer hitting for 8 damage, throwing your opponent off balance. A disco ball descends from above and begins to slowly spin. He begins to memorize you with his codpiece, but you avert your eyes. That doesn't make any sense. Pick a skill. Oh, Disco Eye Poke. Because I'm reducing his stuff. You point at the ground, and then at the sky, and then at the ground, and then at the sky, and then at the ground, and then back at your opponent's eyeball, dealing 3 damage. There we go. Okay. You distract him and punch him in the stomach when he's not looking. It deals 1 damage and leaves him reeling. So I should be able to... You dance around with your Goblin Elite Polearm because you're not muscular enough to actually swing it. Your opponent accidentally bites his tongue while laughing at you, suffering 4 damage. He turns into an owl, but instead of attacking you, he delivers you some mail. Great. Let's use this unspeakable evil. You read the runes written on the tattered scroll. Black tentacles emerge from the ground beneath him and beat him soundly for 48 damage. You hear a voice whispering sweet nothings into your ear, and by sweet I mean horrifying, and by nothings I mean secrets that man was not meant to know. I'm not sure why I said sweet nothings in the first place. Anyway, these scrolls are pretty evil. You watch with glee. Meet stats, Crown of the Goblin King. This is the crown which was worn by the now deposed King of Cobb's Knob. This is a crown much better than crappy dolphin crown. Wait, so that's actually something I can whip? Yeah, it is. Cool. Alright, so let's, oh wait, let's go back to the town, because I beat the... Thank you for slaying the Goblin King, adventurer. The deep fat friars still require your assistance. You can find them in the distant woods. Okay, so now I have to go back to the deep fat friars. Moxie required 20. I have that. Moxie required... They're the same. Except for the Goblin King gives me plus 10 muscle. So there's that. Let's equip the lead yo-yo again. And the paper plate mail pants. And is that everything? Crown, baskin belt. Yeah, okay, so we're good. So now we have to go get the items from the copse of the deep fat freight. Let's see if I can... Oh, 45 Moxie. I'm not quite strong enough to go there yet. I guess I have to do some more training. Which means I have to go to the only part of the quest now that I have left is the old landfill. Okay, here we go. You guys can pick which direction I go. You're walking past some of the piles of scrap metal in the landfill when suddenly that junk key you picked up begins to rattle around in your sack. You pull it out and it's wrenched out of your hands by some sort of powerful magnetic force. It slams into a piece next to a somewhat door-shaped chunk of sheet metal, which grinds slowly into the ground, revealing a passage into the junk heap. You go through the door and it closes behind you. Just too late for you to realize that you left the key on the outside. Oh well. This passage, like many passages, it's dark and splits 3 ways. The left branch smells decidedly bathroomy. The middle branch sounds like somebody left a television on somewhere in that direction. And the right branch is warm. Which way will you go? Left, center, or right? I think I went to the bathroom one once. You guys gonna let me pick this time? Yeah, no? Okay, well, I'll pick one. We'll go right. This must be the Junk Sprite's workshop area, or foundry, or sauna, maybe. The walls seems to be made of greater than usual concentration of rusty toolboxes. There's a big tractor hubcap hanging like a gong near the entrance, and it's really hot. The old metal billboard for the Puffin Wizard Cougar Company hangs on the nearby wall. Should I bang the hubcap? Cool, let's do that. You grab a hammer and bang the gong. Before you have a chance to get it on, the deafening reverberations drive you out of the room, then out of the den entirely. Thank you, that was very useful. We'll try that again. So, which means that I need to get a sprinkler sharpener. So I need to get, worse homes and gardens. Did metal apart. It's one that involves a lot of screaming. 20 to 30 physical damage. Yeesh. Quest item. This is a magazine with a variety of articles on how to ruin your house and or yard by covering and filling it up with rusty scrap metal. Great. That's very interesting. So it's a quest item? How do I... Oh. Aha. So I need to make a junk. I need old clothesline poles and an antique cigar sign. I should have taken the cigar sign instead of checked the hubcap. Great. Now I have to go Swordsall, boil gun, arm buzzer. Oh, no! I should have taken that sign. Junkyard. Wow. Junk food. Okay, so now I know how to do that. So now I know how to make a junk. I just have to actually collect those items and do the thing. A railroad tin melter. All right, so I need that key again so that I can go back in there and funky junk key. There we go. So I went right, take the sign. Okay, good. I have the antique cigar sign. So I guess all the pieces that I need to get are in that. So let's try this again. Funky junk key. Center. Take the antenna. Yes. Okay. So now I can make the junk. Make the junk. You acquire an item. Junk. If there was a hate boat, this would probably what it would look like. Okay, so now I have, now I've got that. So I can bring that to, no wait, hold on. It's the distant woods. That hippie. Oh wow, man, that boat looks really eco-friendly. Come on, hop in, I'll show you where I live. Before you can say no, you've set sail. Well, set cigar billboard at least. To the mysterious island, home of the hippies, and who knows what other god-awful nonsense. I don't know how to thank you, man. Like, we don't have any possessions or I'd give you a reward. You've got this cool boat you suggest, trying to be helpful. Great idea, man. You should totally keep it. I probably ought to stick closer to home from now on anyway, man. Check out the mysterious island of mystery. The obligatory Pirates Cove, Orcish frat house, and the hippie camp. The hippie store. Man, you're like a slave to society, man. Come back when you've like expanded your mind a little bit, man. Well, that didn't work out. Okay, well, so now I can just go to the mysterious island of mystery. The hippie camp. You're fighting a filthy hippie jewelry maker. This hippie makes jewelry, and if clay beads and crafted driftwood count as jewelry, which they don't, he gets the jump on you. He tries to slather you with clay, but you discourage his amateur pottery. He throws a piece of driftwood at you, but you drift to the side and dodge it. So, what am I doing here? I just wanna fly. As you wander through the frat house, you see yet another creepy frat boy walking toward you. You ready yourself for combat, but he doesn't seem to want to fight. Hey, brah, he says, I need some help. I heard about this awesome way to get the chicks to, like, do whatever you want, dude. You take these bugs, they're called, like, Spanish flies, I think. You take them and put them in a blender, and you drink the juice, and you're totally irresistible to women. Drinking bugs makes women like you, you ask? Dude, you've never hung out with sorority orcs? Have you, brah? Anyway, like, if you could find me some Spanish flies, I'll totally give you some high-quality booze. Those weird dudes on the big ship over there said they could help me out, but I'm busy copying this homework, so I'll be on my handwriting. You start to leave the house, the frat boy calls you back over. Oh, I forgot, brah. I can't make the love juice with less than 5 flies, so don't bother coming back until you have at least that many. Okay, brah? Sorority orcs sound cute in a weird way. You'd rather have sorority elves. Ah, I see. The obligatory Pirates Cove. I cannot go here. That's great. I'm so close, though. I need 2 more. Oh, do I have any moxie weed or whatever? No, it was it under miscellaneous? Mostly potions. So what do these do? Damage reduction. Moxie plus 15. Oh, 15%. Oh, that won't help me much. So these are potions. Moxie plus 5. There we go. Now I have 48 Moxie. Almost cool. 48 Moxie for 15 adventures. You're fighting a sassy pirate. Diagnosis. Sassy. Wait, what was it? As long as they aren't gnomes, gnomes are dumb. You get the diagnosis sassy. You acquire a flare gun. Okay, so what does the flare gun do? This is a single shot gun with a flare loaded into it. The flare is made out of 8 pieces of flare, and sometimes pirates use it to lend each other the locations of pieces of 8. Deals various kinds of naval damage. Oh, I guess I need to actually start using these. There we go. You're fighting a sassy pirate. You get down tonight, and while you're down, you hit your opponent for 6 damage, striking him in a particularly debilitating area. He lifts up his eye patch, but you avert your 2 good eyes. Oh, you're not quite moxious enough to work the lead yo-yo against a foe this strong, so you only managed to deal 7 damage. Swashbuckling prance and a a crowbar. Cool. Let's see. Swashbuckling getup. Okay, so I need to... Ooh, power 80. These are the sort of pants worn by a swashbuckler. If you need some swashes buckled, or maybe some buckles swashed, look no further than whoever's wearing these pants. Unless it's you, because you have no idea how to do either of those things. And a crowbar. This is a crowbar from the obligatory Pirates Cove. The pirates probably used it to pry open chests to get the booty inside, or the chestnuts, because sometimes the chest contains chestnuts. Pirates are usually pretty disappointed when this was the case. To avoid such disappointment, you could only use this crowbar to smite your enemies, or to crack open your chestnuts. Alright, is that better than what I got? I mean the pants. Oh, duh, equipment. Here we go. The pants I have are 80, so they're the same. Except for this one gives me plus Moxie. So I'm going to equip those. There we go. Perfect. So now I'm even stronger. Let's go back to the Pirates Cove. You're fighting a shifty pirate. This pirate is pretty shifty. He shifts to and fro, attempting to lay the smackdown on you all the while. What do I get out of him? Flare gun, another one. Let's use that skill. Oh, I died. Great. That's not great. All right, let's go somewhere easy so I can regain my health without using up all of my adventures on... Okay, here, what should I do? I'm gonna pick another one. As you near Cobb's Knob, you smell something familiar. Following your nose, you reach a clearing in which several knobgoblins appear to be having a barbecue. You hide in some nearby shrubbery, plottering your... Plottering? That's great words. That's great words. So if you guys want to pick which one we're gonna do here, we'll see how it goes. If not, I think I'll kick the chef because I need to get into a fight so I can get some health back from Bogginald. No, nothing? Alright, we're gonna kick the chef. Bowl of cottage cheese. Alright, pick his pocket. Gain 27 hit points. Okay, I'm pretty much back up to full health. So, let's go back there and... Oh, here we go. This is new. As you wander through the crowds on the pier, you guys get to pick this one too, by the way. You see a strange fight taking place on a nearby ship. A big swarthy pirate fighting what appears to be a 10-year-old boy, or perhaps a 20-year-old woman with short hair. The big guy is dressed like a cross between a pirate and a drag queen. Bright red uniform with lace and frills spilling out of every seam. In the place of one hand, he has a fearsome-looking ladle. The kid's dressed entirely in green felt. Below them, the water, a crocodile watches the fight with unnatural interest. Well, unnatural for a crocodile, who are nature's own bored spectators. It looks like the fight's been going on for ages. The kid turns to you and says, "Hey, could I get a little help here? This guy's Captain Ladle. He's a full-grown pirate and I'm just a little kid." The pirate turns to you and says, "No, help me. The kid's Sammy Skillet. He's a demon. He's got supernatural powers. He can fly through the air and summon a little glowing familiar." The crocodile turns up and opens his huge mouth, crying crocodile tears. Try and figure out who needs your help most. Crocodile, please help the crocodile. I'll help the crocodile. You can't decide whether you should help the kid or the pirate, but you don't want to sound like a hungry crocodile. So you say, "I'll help you," and run up to the gangplank of the ship. Both Captain Ladle and Sammy Skillet turned at you, each expecting your help, which makes it easy to push them both over the side. They don't even hit the water. The crocodile gets both of them in one gulp. Did I mention it's a big crocodile? Anyway, soon after eating them, he gets the hiccups and coughs up a good-sized ball of meat. Nasty, sure, but meat is meat. Cool, look at that. I got a lot of meat out of that. You're fighting a swarthy pirate. This is a very swarthy pirate. His swart knows no bounds. Well, that's what actually swarthy means. Full of swart. Seriously, look it up. Yeah. I'm gonna immediately... Of course, it's happened when I choose something. Yeah, right? There we go. He arbitrarily decides not to attack this round, ye scurvy swab. He tries to swart you in the part, but you're too smart for that swart. He tries to cut you in the cutlass. Alright, come on. A pirate pelvis. This is the pelvis of a pirate. Alas, it no longer possesses any booty. Arr. Oh boy. Oh boy. This game, though. Oh man. Alright. Ooh, sleaze damage. This is a smarmy pirate. This is a pirate of the smarmy variety. Smarmy in this case being a cross between sweaty and garmy. Garmy in this case being something who's not actually a word. So yeah, if you could just dodge his next attack, that'd be fantastic. Love you, babe. Let's keep using skills here because I need to make sure I don't die. A flare gun and a mysticality point. Yes. Oh, here we go. The Beached Boys. At the end of the pier, you encounter a group of pirates on a smallish pirate ship. They're all pulling on a rope, but can't seem to move it at all. Hey guys, what's the problem, you say, then notice their disapproving stares. That is... Avast ye scurvy swabs, what seems to be the barnacles on your heel? We just had the worst trip we've ever been on, says one pirate. This here be the pirate ship vessel Sloop Benji. If you want to go home, you can't seem to hoist up the Benji's sails or see how the mainsail's set. What, you mean you can't raise the sails on your own ship, you say? Well, lad, we're short-handed. The poor crook has the fits. The first mate's drunk and all of us are drinking last night. Any chance you could help us? You haul on the rope until Benji's sails are hoisted. You see the mainsail's set, then call for the captain so the pirates can go home. And gain 15 strongness. A dreadful curse. Suddenly you're accosted by a fearsome and oddly out-of-place foe. A zombie. You scream in terror and turn to run to find yourself facing a whole group of zombies. Zombies, that's right. I read that wrong. It's a zombie because it's a zombie. It's a Shush, shush. I can talk. It's a mob zombie, so it's a zmobby. There we go. So I can't. I just can't today, apparently. Now calm down, lad, one of them says. He seems uncharacteristically well-spoken for a zmobby. We're not really zmobbies. We get this way by looting a cursed booty. Don't snigger, landlubber. No, we are men. Under the moonlight, we look like zmobbies. Man, that must suck. Ye have no idea, the zmobby replies. For one thing, being a zmobby isn't all crabbed up to be. Sure, we tried eating brains, lurching around and performing extremely well-choreographed dance numbers. But that got old real quick. And besides, you know how hard it is to score the ladies when you look like a rotting corpse in the moonlight? I don't suppose ye can find a way to lift the curse. You try a couple of practice spells, but can't seem to break the enchantment. You quickly conjure up several large bottles of brain Daloon, an industrial-strength moon block. The zombies quickly apply it and turn back into pirates. You walk away feeling pretty good about the magic practice and a good deed done dirt cheap. You gain 15 enchantedness. Oh man, we are halfway through the stream, and I'm just about halfway through my adventures. This is actually working out really well. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break here. So if you guys would like to, both of you watching, would like to go share the stream around if you are enjoying it, maybe we can get some more people in here and have a nice little party. I always forget to, like, during every stream, I always forget to tell people to share the stream around. I don't know, I'm a crazy person, I guess. Crazy people are us, I guess. You shared the stream. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the stream. All right. Here we go. We're going to adventure again. Oh, Spanish fly trap. Here we go. Remember the main. As you wander around the outskirts of the cove, you see a pirate who, with 2 hooks for hands and 2 peg legs, leaning against the mizzen mast. Oh there, landlubber, he says. Where? You ask? Name's Lucky, he says. I just got back from the Spanish Main. There may be a strange sight to see over there, I tell ye. Check out this strange plant I found. He fumbles in one of his pockets, which, when one has a hook for a hand, it's pretty dangerous. He pulls out the weird little plant. It's a bulb that looks like a featureless face with a big mouth, on top of a growth that resembles a sombrero. This here be a Spanish fly trap. Ow! The deck suddenly gives way underneath Lucky, and he drops out of sight. The fly trap looks up to you and says, Alimentime, Seymour. So cute, you just have to take it with you. I don't know how to pronounce that. Alimentame, Seymour. That's obviously a reference to Little Shop of Horrors. Spanish fly trap. Oh, Jesus. That's long. Men are from Mars, and fly traps are generally from Venus. This one, however, is a previously unknown country called Spain. They grow the little plains there, and the rain falls there, making them grow big, carnivorous, and ill-tempered. The strange growth in the fly trap's head, which looks vaguely like a sombrero from the south of the border, is generally regarded as an example of an analogous evolution. Certainly not in the same home box as other sombreros. Huh. Homeo box. A quest item. Okay, so now I have that. So let's... Oh, that's right. Hold on. I forgot. I can just get a knife. You can put yourself to disco. Moxie will increase for a period of time. I forget that I have these just random things. A sharpened spoon. This is a spoon whose handle has been ground into a very sharp point. It's a good thing if you've ever eating soup in the bad part of town. Cool. Configure this page? I don't need to configure this page. What am I talking about? So, I have that quest item. Wait. Where is it? It's not here. Wait. Didn't I just get a... Chunk, no, that's not here. For whatever reason. Huh. Is it back at my campground? At the terrarium, maybe? No? Wait. Why is it... Oh, man. My throat is terrible right now. It's not a... Oh. It's a... Okay, it's an offhand item. There we go. What offhand item was I using before? I don't even remember. Or was I not using one? I should have been using one. Oh, well. So, I guess now I have that. So... Do I just go to the Pirate's Cove and use that? Jolly Roger Charm Bracelet. This bracelet makes me pretty charming. That's due to the Jolly Roger charm on it. Cool. That can help me with my Moxie. Oh, jeez. I need to use my... Use my skills. Use my skills! And I died. Great. Oh, that's right. My almost cool is almost up, too. That's okay. That's perfectly okay. We're doing just fine. Let's go... Let's go back here. And I can get some health back from fighting these guys. One more should be good. Oh, hello. Malice in Chains. On a dirt road outside of Cobb's Knob, you trip over a rock and knock yourself briefly unconscious on a different, larger, and sharper rock. When you come to, you find yourself in a chain gang, being forced to haul sewage in and out of the cob. Or the knob. God, jeez. When you come to, you find yourself in a chain gang. Oh, I already read that. Oh, man, I can't read today, apparently. One way or another, your servitude must come to an end. So this is obviously Muscle, Mysticality, and Moxie. And I'm low on muscle, so I should do that. Yes! See, now I'm thinking with brain. I'm thinking with all brain things. Wait. Whoa, a yelling guy? Hello? Deep in the darker, denser, junglier parts of the distant woods, you encounter a man dressed in the typical khaki plus fedora garb of a professional archaeologist. He turns as you approach and gestures for you to come closer. Hey there, he says with a firm handshake. Dr. Henry Fanning, PhD. Call me Dakota. Dakota Fanning. Oh, man. That's funny. Okay, if you're sure that's what you want. You reply, you're an archaeologist, I presume. That's right, kid, I'm on the brink of a major discovery. You look around and don't see anything of obvious architectural interest. Just a sheer stone cliff covered in moss and vines. I suppose that's a nice cliff as cliffs go, but look up, kid. Dakota sighs. You take a couple of steps back and crane your neck and say that the cliff is actually the base of an ancient stone building. Possibly some kind of temple. There are some stone steps at the top of the platform, but they end abruptly at the large cliff. Dakota nods as you look back at him. Yeah, I figured the steppes were lost through a combination of erosion, earthquakes, and later civilizations quarrying the stone. Later civilizations are always greedy bastards. Listen, I need a hand getting up there. I'm a decent climber, but this wall is far too sheer for me to just monkey up it. What do you expect me to do? I mean, I could give you a boost, but you're an adventurer, right? So your job is basically to run errands for people. Excuse me, but we call them quests, you reply huffily, crossing your arms. Sure, right. So I've got a quest for you. You see, all the vines growing on the rock, I could climb up with those, but they need strengthening. So I need to pick up a couple of things for me. Alright, what do you need? Firstly, I need a bendy soda straw. There's some sort of a demon, the fallen archfiend that carries them. What does a demon want with a bendy straw, you ask? Look, kid, ask one yourself. I'm not a demonologist. I also need some very powerful, high-octane plant food. The sort they use in magical greenhouses and conservatories. Okay, you say. I think I saw a conservatory that might have some of that. And lastly, a sewing needle. A sewing needle? Well, alright. Where do I find those? Good grief, do I have to tell you everything? You're the adventurer, kid. Go adventure one up. A sewing kit or something should be pretty standard gear for you guys, I would think. Probably sell them in vending machines. Anyway, I'll wait here until you get back. Dakota Fanning. Great. Great. Okay, so I have... To reveal the way to the hidden temple, Dakota Fanning wants the following items. A bendy straw from a fallen archfiend. Oh... Back there. Okay. A plant food pellet from the haunted conservatory. Ah. And a needle from the Dungeoneers Association vending machine. Oh, I can get that. Sewing kit. Oh, wait. I need to get tokens. How do I get tokens? This is a cheap, crudely stamped coin with the Dungeoneers Association logo on one side and the inscription X Terra bonus on the other. Looks like I'll fit in the coin slot of that vending machine in the Dungeoneers Association lobby. Cannot be traded or discarded. So I guess I have to go down one of these dungeons to get these. The Daily Dungeon. You're fighting a giant moth. In chamber number 1 of the Daily Dungeon, you encounter a monster. This room is occupied by a giant moth. It's like a giant moth, only bigger. It doesn't appear to have 2 Chinese Japanese women with it. You get the jump on it. Giant moth dust. Oh, jeez. Slightly larger than usual. Wow. This is slightly larger than tiny pouch containing a measure of dust from the wings of a giant moth. At least you hope it's from the wings. Oh, here we go. Chamber number 2 of the Daily Dungeon is empty, but the door leading to the next room is closed. You hate closed doors. Most of the time in your experience, they're not only closed, but also locked. The nerve of those doors! Anyway, what are you going to do about it? Let's sneak past it. You slink into the shadows and sneak past the door without it noticing you. Unfortunately, the trap concealed in the door's mechanism did notice you. The brick rises from the floor and stubs your toe. It really hurts. Great. You're fighting a saber-toothed lime. In chamber number 3 of the Daily Dungeon, you encounter a monster. This room is guarded by a lime with pointy teeth. Look on the bright side. If it bites at you, at least you won't get scurvy. A twist of lime. Come on, baby. There's almost no cocktail that can't be improved by a twist of lime. Oh, it's almost certainly a trap. Chamber number 4 of the Daily Dungeon appears to be empty, but you know better. They won't put empty rooms in dungeons, so any room that appears to be empty must contain something you haven't seen yet. And something you haven't seen must be assumed to be a trap. So what's it going to be? Proceed forward cautiously. As you cross the room, you trigger a tripwire. One of the slide walls revealed the kingdom's most powerful refrigerator, and some fool has left a door standing wide open. You brush yourself off and proceed to the next chamber of the Daily Dungeon. In the 5th chamber of the Daily Dungeon, you come across a plain-looking treasure chest. I feel like this is a trap too, but I'm going to open it anyway. Oh, it's not. Walrus Tusk Earring. Maximum HP. Nice. This is an earring made out of the tusk of a walrus. It's very heavy and would probably stretch your ear if you tried to wear it. You're fighting a dairy ooze. In chamber number 6 of the Daily Dungeon, you encounter a monster. This room is guarded by an unusually aggressive milky discharge. Trust me, it's as nasty as it sounds. Ugh, okay. Tries to knock you down with its rotten dairy stench, but you breathe through your mouth. Mouth breather. Mana curds? It's like regular cheese curds, except instead of milk, they use space. Instead of rennet, they use time. Which is good, because if you think about it, rennet is freaking gross. Oh, man. Adventure again, the daily dungeon. You're fighting a mayonnaise wasp. In Chamber 7 of the daily dungeon, you encounter a monster. This room is guarded by a mayonnaise wasp. Oily nastiness drips from its stinger. You get the jump on it. It starts to sting you, but it's distracted by a desert rose. Ole ole. It tries to smother you with mayo, but you're not going to its mayo clinic. Glob of spoiled mayo. If there's one thing nastier than mayonnaise, it's mayonnaise later. Yeah, right. Ugh. That's gross. In chamber number 8, the door, same door thing. Sneak past it? Oh, jeez. You slink into the shadows and sneak past the door without it noticing you. Unfortunately, trap concealed in the door's mechanism did notice you. Burst of flame shoots out of the keyhole, burning off your eyebrows. And also all of your everything else. Dang. Okay, well, that didn't help me at all. Let's heal up a little bit in my house tent. Now let's heal up here again. Let's see. I still need to get my muscle up, so we're gonna do that. Pick his pocket. Nope. Pick his pocket. Nope. Strongliness elixir. Can I get some health back? Is Bogginald gonna... Bogginald, kick the chef. I need health. Does Bogginald wanna colon annihilation hot sauce? Let's keep using Sucker Punch. Because that way Bogginald might... Oh, wow. Come on, Bogginald. Oh, 34 out of 4. Okay, I got it. We're healthed. We're healthed. Alright, let's go back. So, let's see. The big mountains. The Dungeoneers Association. I still don't know what these gates do. Insert tokens, collect fat loot. The Limerick Dungeon. All at once, you're approached by an orc, who comes after you, waving a spork. With a thud and a squish. Well, that made that orc wish that he was never dropped by the stork. An insatiable maiden, quite foxy, prove a difficult test of your moxie. So you summon a djinn well-versed in carnal sin and seduce the young vixen by proxy. In this dungeon contained in your browser, you encounter one pant-legged schnauzer. Ere I slay him, you reckon. I should wait for a second, because what good is only one trouser? Dungeoneers dungarees. This is a pair of dungarees, specifically designed for the discriminating dungeoneer. They're fashionable, as they're protective, which is to say not very. So how do I get a... From near the shadows slinks the amateur ninja, a half-assassin. A slacker in the back. He dropped out of ninja school. He's deadly, sort of. You jump at your foe and strike before he's ready. Nice and sportsmanlike. Cheap plastic blowgun. Filled with deadly poison darts. Tip, try not to suck. Oh man, I have no idea how to get the things. So we'll just I guess I can go here now. So there's that. So I need to get items, ritual items from these places. Oh dang, a fallen archfiend. So I guess this is gonna help me do double everything here. You bust into an electric slide, sliding up your opponent, poking it for 8 damage, almost knocking it off its feet. Disco ball ascends and begins to slowly spin. Tries to bite you, but it stops to rub its poor flat feet. Pink slime? Oh. This is an outrage for some reason. A fallen archfiend? This is a McDonald's reference. I get it. I get it. Because the arch is on its... I get it. You're fighting a G-imp. This is an imp dressed entirely in black leather bondage gear. He giggles in a way you're not entirely comfortable with, which is to say you're not entirely comfortable. He gets the jump on you. He tries to clamp some clamps on you, but in case it gets the cramps and aren't complete with the clamping. He pulls out a cat o' nine tails and whips you with at least 5 of them. Hot wing. This is a delicious hot wing. It's hot and, yeah, I got nothing. Pick his pocket. Cool. He tries to crop you with a riding crop, but you leap aside and remain uncropped. Moon over in the dark heart. Moon over? Excuse me? I'm not over. I'm not over for at least another 40 minutes. As you search the dark heart of the woods, you're somewhere in the dark left ventricle at the moment. You almost trip over a little imp who is carrying a big plate of hot wings. Hey, watch where you're going, you big undamned galoot, he shouts. Sorry, you say. Where are you going with those wings? I'm having a party with my fellow imps at the secret treasure stash, he says. We just stole something from those tubby friars and you can't wait to show it off. I bet you didn't really steal from the friars. Prove it, you say craftily. No way, loser, the imp says, and leaps away, dropping the plate of wings. He pauses just long enough to moon you before vanishing into the brush. Well, it appears you've reached an imp ass. I don't know why, that one really got me. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. The wings all... the wings all look... Oh my gosh, I can't even... The wings got all dirty when he dropped them, but the plate looks interesting. You pocket it, or you sack it since it's too big to pocket. Hot plate. This is a dinner plate from the heydays. From Hades. It cleansed with the tears of damned and fired a kiln far hotter than those available at the mortal realms. It keeps things hot and cold things hot. Alright. This thing used to be an archfiend until it failed its devil duties and cast down, or up. Let's call it sideways. And it tries to stuff you full of fattening food, but you're not a member of the fast food nation. It tries to kick you with its big flat feet, but they just bounce off your big flat head. Great. I need to get a P-imp. This imp be stylin'. He advances towards you, tossing his cane from hand to hand. He tries to bite you with his platinum grill, but can't seem to get you all up in his grill. I got imp ale. Bognold is now, what, 19 pounds? Great. Oh, jeez. It glares at you and arches its head with a flash of bright gold. Now you will see my true power, adventurer, it says, and delivers supersized, grease-dripping, artery-clogging beatdown. It arches up and kicks you in the throat. What a heel. Tries to pull you off its arches and smack you with them, but fails. Heavy-duty bendy straw. There we go. This plastic bendy straw made extra thick to withstand the extreme temperatures of Hades. Cool. I still haven't gotten the dark heart thing yet. Alright, let's kill this guy. Diamond-studded cane. This is a bejeweled cane. Bitch better have your meat. Oh my gosh. He tries to tickle you with a feather, but you insist it's particularly nasty weather. He tries to tickle you with a feather, but you insist you said, no, let's try this again. Things I'd never think I hear Moon say. That. Of course. Alright. Pick his pocket. Hot wing. Imp ale. Straight from the finest brewery in Hades. Imp ale delivers a full-embodied flavor, eternal damnation, with just a touch of hops. Great. Ooh. Running the load. You see a trail of hot wing sauce on the ground and follow into a hole at the bottom of a huge hollow tree. As you step inside, you find 2 breathtaking things. The first is that you're standing in a gigantic imp load, a huge treasure cache filled with meat, rare items, and even hard-to-get familiar larvae. The second breathtaking thing is that the imp that just punched in the stomach. Hey, undamned one, he shouts. Imps only! And you know where this is? We send it back to Hades. He shouts and holds up his hand. You see he's holding a box of birthday candles. He makes a complicated gesture with both hands and reality starts to warp. The imp load begins to collapse on itself, folding out of this dimension. The imp load imploded. You managed to snag some meat before it vanishes entirely. But soon you're left standing in a little clearing where the imp load was. Even worse, the imp with the birthday candles is nowhere to be seen. Oh, I got a lot of meat. He tries to gore you with his horns, but finds it too hard to hit you. Man, it's hard out there for a P-imp. Pick his pocket. More impale. Cool. Kill this guy. Evil Golden Arch. This is a fiendish curve of golden metal. You estimate that it's about half pure evil. So I can combine two of those to get the evil golden arches. So I should probably try to do that also while I'm here. Yay, look at that. I gained a level. I am now a move buster. Cool. Boggled the 19-pound mosquito. Great. Box of birthday candles. Yes. Imp be nimble, imp be quick. You finally catch up to the candle-carrying imp, who's presumably a card-carrying imp as well, and snatch the candles out of his greedy little talons. Hey, he says, those are mine. If some imp told you that, the imp lied. Oh, the puns here are the best. These belong to the deep fat friars, and I'm taking them back. No little minion is going to keep me from whatever awesome reward I'm sure to get for finishing this quest. You take the candles and get out of the dark heart of the woods before the next attack. Okay, cool. So I now have that. So I need to go to the Dark Elbow. Deep Imp Act. You tiptoe through the threatening underbrush of the Dark Elbow of the woods, leaving no stone unturned or turn unstoned, and you search for the friar's lost artifact. You're looking so hard, in fact, you almost trip over a little L-imp sitting by the side of the path. He's holding out a little wooden cup and contriving to look as pathetic as possible. Hey there, governor, he says. Spare a few meat for his down-his-lunk imp. I can't walk since I broke both legs in one of Satan's infernal snack races. You reach for your wallet, then stop. Wait a minute, you say. I am wise to your imp act, and if it shall have no impact on me, I've seen plenty of L-imps making an honest living by beating the stuffing out of adventurers. Anyway, I don't have time for this. I need to find some magical artifacts some tubby losers lost in here. Oh, I know what you're looking for, the L-imp says. I'll tell you who took it, and give you some of my imp ale. You'll just use this tree branch to scratch the inside of my cast for me. The itching is driving me crazy. You agree to the dark creature's nefarious terms, and he tells you that one of his fellow imps, an artist by trade, stole the artifact. You thank the L-imp, pocket the imp ales, and head off to look for an imp in a beret. Perfect. He tries to paddle you with a leather paddle, but I can't read, apparently. You're fighting a demon ninja. A big red ninja with horns stands before you. I am the demon ninja, he says. Allow me to demonstrate the myriad ways in which I can whoop your ass. No, thank you. Wait, if he was telling me that, how did I get the jump on him? Hot katana blade. This is a blade of a katana. The only thing interesting about it is it's really, really hot, so you better be careful with it and wipe your nose. There we go. He demonstrates how much flesh his talons can tear off your head. Ow. That was painful. Aha! Imp art, some wisdom. You step into a clearing and see an imp in a beret, sculpting a giant replica of Satan out of the block of butter. Yes! The Dark Lord will be pleased by this likeness I have rendered, and he will be doubly pleased when I feed it to a bunch of lactose-intolerant damned souls. How fortunate I was to steal this butter knife from those stupid friars. Aha! You shout, leaping from the clearing. Impart unto me that knife, imp artist. Unfortunately, the little jerk squeals, grips the knife tightly, and runs away with his stubby little imp legs before you can catch him. You give chase, pausing only to lick the sculpture. Mmm, delicious, refreshing butter. Ugh. Ugh, that's gross. That's gross. That's gross. That's all the gross. Yeah, okay, here we go. You're fighting a demon ninja. No, okay, there we go. Get all my health back. You're fighting an L imp. This imp doesn't appear to be in very good shape, unless you consider shaped like something with 2 broken legs to be good shape. He gets the jump on you. He tries to poke you with his horns, but he moves so slowly, he's easy to dodge. Got a cast. I think I can use this. Yeah, restores HP. This is a cast of thousands. Thousands of tortured souls, that is. This thing has probably been cast into the lake of fire once or twice. Get the jump on him. More imp ale. He tries to kick you with his cast, but you offer to autograph it and settle him down. Perfect. He demonstrates how even a big scary demon ninja can spectacularly fail to hit someone. He pulls out his Ranger Sharp Katana. Now this katana, he says, will never need sharpening because it is our patent-pending breathable Infernium blade. He swipes it across your throat several times. Now, how much would you pay? I don't know how much I would pay for that. I'll probably steal it first. Mysticality points. Yes. Getting all the levels up. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to click on. He tries to poke you with an exposed leg bone. Yeesh, that's gross. Aha. Butter knife? I'll take the knife. You finally catch up the imp artist. He tries to stab you with his butter knife, but since you're not made of butter, are you? It has little effect. Hand it over, creep. I'm getting impatient, you shout. That's not funny, the imp says, glumly handling you the knife. Now, I'll never finish my butter sculpture. Oh well, it would have melted in Hades anyway. Maybe I'll just make Satan a clay ashtray for his birthday. Grab the knife and get the Hades out of the dark elbow. Awesome. So now I have the Eldritch butter knife. I forgot to read it. Let's read that. This butter knife pulses with malevolent energy and malevolent dullness. Great. Did I read this one? There's a box of birthday candles. Perfect. What the? No, get that off there. They're perfect for adoring a child's knife or performing demonic rituals. Wait. Where did I see knife? Child's cake. Why did I say knife? I feel like an idiot. Alright, here we go. The dark neck of the woods. You're fighting a Hellion. This is a charged atom of Infernium. And it's larger than you might think, and deadlier. He gets the jump on you. He suddenly starts decaying before your eyes. Looks like he's reached his half-life. Small halo forms as he decays. Oh, jeez. He hits you with several neutrons. You start burning, doing the neutron dance. Oh, I need to skill up these guys. Yeah, there we go. You're fighting a P-imp. Fantastic. He tries to hit you with his pimpin' cane, but you jump right over it. You clever so-and-so. Yeah, look at that. I'm getting skill up really fast. Alright. Hot wing. Get it. Got it. W-imp. This is one of the imps of Hades. He's not particularly tough. In fact, he's not even particularly effectual. He gets the jump on you. He tries to give you a nerve pinch, but everyone knows there's no such thing. A ruby W. This giant ruby in the shape of the letter W. That's weird. Oh, man. I like the song. Okay, here we go. Aha! How do we do it? Quaint and curious volume. You stumble into a clearing. Really, you should watch where you're stepping. And see one of the deep fat friars reading a most peculiar book. It seems to be bound in human flesh and has a screaming face on the cover of it. I mean an actual, literal screaming face. Not a picture of a face that looks like it's screaming. Hey, what do you have there, he says. An ancient volume of imp lore, the friar says. The book says. Stop reading that, I implore you, you say. That's gotta be dangerous. I need someone to help me find the missing artifact anyway. The book says. Don't worry, the friar says, rolling his eyes. It can't suck me into Hades unless I forget to keep absolutely focused on the book at all times, not get involved in pointless Whoop. The friar disappears into the book, leaving his wallet behind. You quickly change your name to Victor and to Victor go the spoils. You then change your name back and continue your search. Well, apparently I was named Victor for like 5 seconds. Haha. So now we just know. Ooh, hello. Let's use that on that guy. Because that guy did do damage to me before. Fantastic. Alright, I've almost got all the things. Almost. Let's use that on that guy. Yeah. There we go. Aha! You see a bunch of imp tracks leading in the same direction. You follow them and find a massive crowd of imps. They're waving signs with slogans like, Hades is for imps, equal pay for equal torture, and Hades no, we won't go. What's going on, you guys, you ask? A nearby imp puts down his sign and walks over. We're going on strike, he says. We're tired of being treated like second-class demons just because we're small. We're striking until Satan gives in to our terms. Aren't you worried he'll just crush you like bugs, you say? Nah, the imp replies. If we stick together, as long as we have imp unity, there's no way we can be punished. Besides, we just found an artifact that the friars stole from us ages ago. As long as we have that artifact safely tucked away in a clearing in the middle of the dark neck, we're unstoppable. Here, wear this to show your solidarity in the struggle. You thank the imp and head off to find where they've hidden the friar's artifact. You acquire Imp Unity Ring. This is a ring symbolizing the togetherness and unity of all imp kind. It's lined with a little base release carvings of dozens of happy imps, all banding together to torture the husks of the damned in the spirit of harmony and togetherness. That's a very interesting amount of... he tries to hit you with an electron, but can't figure out exactly where you are and how fast you're going. He tries to whack you with a couple of electrons, but you can't tell both your position and your momentum at the same time. Great. I love these science puns now. Don't I already have a Ruby W? I think I do. Yes. Wussiness potion. This is a potion in which make you feel weaker, in case you need to ever feel weaker for some reason. Great. Let's another Ruby W. Meats pasting component. I wonder what I have to use that to paste. I don't remember. Aha! You find a small clearing in the dark neck of dodecahedrific in the neck of the woods. In the middle of the clearing, hiding in plain sight, is a dodecagram. Must be the artifact that Imp was talking about. Also, it must be one of the missing components of the Friar's ritual. You grab it, feeling only slightly guilty at dooming the Imp's strike effort. I mean, it's not like they'd refrain from torturing you for all eternity just because you helped them out. Dodecagram, and this 12-pointed star in the middle of a circle. Or you chose to interpret it as 2 6-pointed stars, or 4 3-pointed stars, which I guess would technically just be triangles. Oh, man. Alright, so now I have all the items that I need. You've got all 3 of the ritual items. Adventurer, hurry to the center of the circle and perform the ritual. I can do that. You place the dodecagram in the ground at the center of the circle of stones. You light the box of candles and place them in a circle. You wave your eldritch butter knife to and fro. The infernal creatures who have tainted the friar's copse stream back into the gate, hooting and shrieking. The deep fat friars approach you and speak. Thank you, adventurer. You truly are a master of the cleansing the taint. We'll be sure to let the council know you've made good on their promise to help. You might be interested to know that Brother Marx has been trying to figure out where Hades all these creatures come from. He checked out several tomes of arcane knowledge from the local library, you know, the one across the street from the sleazy back alley, and poured through them until he found the solution. If only he had poured a bit more quickly, we wouldn't have, the library, thousands of meat and fines. Anyway, Brother Marx discovered that we opened our portal directly to Hades' biggest city, Pandemonium. It was recently named #1 on Hades' weekly best places to be eternally damned list. All the downly mobile imps and demons live there, including Azazel, one of the archdukes of Hades. Incidentally, one of the L-imps dropped a copy of Hades Weekly as he was leaving. The lead story says that Azazel is missing some vitally important personal possessions. Somebody probably stole them. That's one of the hazards of living among creatures of pure evil, you know. The article says he's offering a reward for their return. It's up to you if you want to get involved, but we're going to stay the Hades away from this gate from now on. Oh, and listen. Don't be a stranger. Drop by and visit us and maybe get a blessing. We're good at blessings. Nice. Ooh boy. Aha. Okay, so now I can go back to the... So let's see. No, wait. Back. New message received from Lord Spooky Raven's ghost? Dearest Polarized Moon, I am almost ready to leave this world, but I really like to go dancing one last time. I need your help. Please come and see me on the second floor of my manor. Interesting. Okay. Also, I do see that, recently, an aura of extreme spookiness has begun to emanate from within the crypt, near the misspelled cemetery. We fear that some of the horrible monster has taken up a residence there and begun to rile up the local undead. Would you be so good as to investigate? This device should help. Evilometer. This is a top-of-the-line Spengler brand evilometer. Whoops. The council has helpfully calibrated it so it only works in the crypt. Nice. Same. Same what? What's the same here? Alright, so let's go help Spooky. We need to go to the Spooky. Wait. Hold on. Did I see something going on over there? The gourd tower. Noisy. You climb up the gourd tower and encounter a twitchy man standing next to a huge gourd. I'm the captain. The captain. The gourd. It's my sworn duty to protect the gourd, that is. It's clear that in addition to being next to it, the man is clearly out of his gourd. You can help, he continues. Spiders threaten the gourd. Slay them. Seek them out in the sleazy back alley. Bring me 5 of their webs. You'll be rewarded. Do I have 5 spider webs? How many spider webs do I have? I know I've got a bunch of them already, right? Or apparently I don't. I thought I had some. Oh, spider webs. I have 8. I have 8 of those already. Yeah, I've got them. A gourd potion. Great, says the captain of the gourd. Here, take this as a oh, evilometer. You're an evilometer. I get it. You bring me 6 more. I give you another potion. Please, the spider webs. You've only got 3 of them right now. This is a tiny hollowed out gourd that contains a fizzing orange liquid. It's a quest item. Interesting. So what do I need to use that for? I have no idea. Alright, well, let's go back to the Spooky Raven Manor. I do need to go to the conservatory and get a food pellet. So let's do that while I'm here. You're fighting a skeletal monkey. You stumble into the rear part of the conservatory, which also serves as the Spooky Raven Manor Pet Cemetery. You look around warily, but everything is quiet and still, until a skeletal monkey drops on your head with a screech. What the hell? Who keeps monkeys as pets? It grabs your tongue and yanks really hard. Apparently it's trying to turn you inside out, and you're outside in. Dusty animal bones. This is a pile of bones from an animal skeleton, most of whom look kind of smashed up, and whose fault is that, There might be 1 or 2 good bones in there. I think I can take bones out of those. A skeletal hamster. When you enter the haunted conservatory, the first thing that jumps out at you is a tiny fenced-in cemetery that appears to be the... Wait. Yeah, no. The first thing that jumps out at you is a tiny fenced-in cemetery that appears to be a resting place of a long line of Spooky Raven family pets. When you get near the cemetery, the first thing that jumps out at you is the reanimated skeleton of a hamster. Yikes. Pile of dusty animal bones. Cool. An angler bush. There we go. Strolling through Spooky Raven Manor's conservatory, you're somewhat surprised to find a dense meat stack lying on the ground. You're even more surprised when, as you go to pick it up, it turns out to be a dense meat stack-shaped flower on some kind of plant. And when that plant whips its tendrils around your neck, well, that's gotta be the most surprising thing of all. It grabs your arms with its tendrils and stretches you out, as though you're on a rack, and then it racks you, which is something entirely different. Meat stack. Yeah, okay, so I need to get a skeletal cat. The rear section of the conservatory appears to have been fenced off as a cemetery for the pets of the Spooky Raven family. That's kind of cute. At least until you notice that many of the graves are open and that there's a cat skeleton crouched in one of the gravestones growling at you menacingly. That's not quite as cute. It tries to loose a spooky meow. He's so precious. Who's a good kitty? Yes, you are. Nice. Oh, man-eating plant. As you walk past a large bulbous plant, inexplicably labeled Audrey 3, you hear a voice whisper, "Psst. Hey, you. You look around. Don't see anyone. Hello? Who's there?" "Me. The plant, feed me! Forget it, I don't talk to plants. Go photosynthesize or something. The plant splits open, revealing a grinning, toothy maw. Screw this witty banter, it says, lunging at you. It lunges toward to bite you, but it forgets you're still rooted to the ground. Stupid plant. Skeletal monkey. Pile of dusty bones. You're fighting a confused goth music student. This is a goth kid who had thought the haunted conservatory sounded like a cool place to learn how to play depressing music on a synthesizer. He was wrong. And now he's angry because his mom won't let him go here to pick up for hours. And he'll probably end up being late at work for Sparrow and get in trouble again. He lunges at you, trying to punch you in the giblets, but decides halfway through that it's all just pointless and they should spend some time sulking instead. Angler bush. Come on, I need to get a food pellet. Alright. Boggled is now 20 pounds. That's a very big There we go. You manage to find the gardener's shed in the conservatory. You rummage through some old decaying snacks until you find a pellet of old-fashioned plant food that Dakota was looking for. Okay, so now I can go up to the second floor. Oh, geez, there's a lot up here. Okay. Lady Spooky Raven. I'm so sorry to bother you again, but while my business in this realm is finished, I find myself attached to it for pleasure. You start to back away. It's not like that. I just want to dance for one last time, but I can't. Not dressed like this. You squint, peer through her, and raise an eyebrow. I look different to myself than I do to you, and believe me, I look a mess. It just wouldn't be so seen. Or it wouldn't do to be seen. You clear your throat. I mean, I wouldn't be caught dead. You clear your throat again. Please, bring me one for your life and retrieve the... Be kind to me once in your life and retrieve my dancing finery. I can't read today, for apparently whatever reason. She explains that she'll need her powder puff in the bathroom, her finest ball gown from the bedroom, and her shoes, which she thinks she left inside a painting in the gallery, though she didn't elucidate exactly what she means by that. Alright, so, let's see. Get rid of the evil in the crypt. So I got a lot of stuff I can do here. There's more stairs up. Oh, every time I help... Okay, I get it. So every time I do something on each floor, I get another floor. I get it. So I got 22 adventures left, and like 15 minutes left in the stream. So a needle from the Dungeoneers Association vending machine. That's the closest thing I'm to getting. So if I keep trying that, so maybe I have to keep going in the Deadly Dungeon. Oh. Magic it open? Oh, jeez. I guess I'm just not strong enough to do that. Okay, well, that kills me, like, every single time. Alright, let's go back. I'll try it one more time. Oh, I made it past anyway. Can of maces? This is a spray can filled with tiny maces. Ouch. Nice. Okay. Try the doorknob. Ow, that like kills me every... Oh, I guess I can keep going. No, I'm too beaten up. Okay. I have to go rest at my campsite. Rest. Okay, let's keep going to the Daily Dungeon. Proceed forward cautiously. Well, I guess I'm gonna use up all of the rest of my stuff doing this, I guess. Cautiously. You accidentally step on a hidden pressure plate and the entire floor slides back to reveal an enormous electric stove burner. Wow. You quickly dart to the opposite door, but not before burning your feet pretty badly. Alright. So... I don't know if this is gonna help me any. 14... Cold damage, adventure... Yeah, of course. Campsite, rest... Gonna use up the rest. Open it. 15th and final chamber of the Daily Dungeon. You find a splendorous chest. Splendorous is your favorite kind of chest. Fat loot token. Oh, cool. So I can just go and do that once a day. Daily Dungeon. Oh, you finish all the Daily Dungeon for day. Check for Dungeoneer. Goodness. Cool. Okay, so now I know how that works. So I need the sewing kit. Let's buy that. This is a sewing kit made for repairing clothes, but considering the number of dangerous situations you find yourself, specifically to acquire new things to wear, your skin is more likely to need repairing than your clothes are. Restores up to 1,000 HP? What? Wow. You can get over 1,000 HP in this game? Okay, that's a lot. Well, now I can go back to Dakota. Gear in hand, you see the Fanning. You go back to see Fanning. He rubs his hands together excitedly. Good, he says. That's everything. He rolls the pellet of plant food between his fingers, stretching it out slightly, and pushes the needle through it. Then stuffs them into the end of the bendy straw. You see the Fanning. He puts the straw in his mouth and carefully aims at the top of the cliff with one eye squeezed shut. He then makes a slight adjustment to the straw's bend and aims again. With a sharp puff of air, he fires the makeshift blow dart to the top of the cliff, where it hits a cluster of small vines. The vines immediately swell and thicken, lengthening until they reach the ground. Thanks, kid, Dakota says as he jumps and starts climbing the vines hand over hand. You're a real peach. Hey, you protest, what about payment? I'll give you your own footnote in my article at the Loathing Journal for Archaeology, he calls down, then disappears over the cliff. I never told you my name, you shout back, but he's already gone. Grumbling, you make a note of the temple's location on your map. What a jerk. You hope he gets killed by pygmies or something. So now I can go to the hidden temple. That's a thing I can do. You're fighting a stone temple pirate. I like it. One of the myriad carved stone pirate heads on the walls of the temple comes to life as you approach. Intruder! He shouts, glaring at you with the eyes of disarray, or one of them anyway. The other one's under an eye patch. Looks like you'll need to fight him now, rather than wait for tomorrow. Oh man, all the Stone Temple pilot jokes. Tries to wound you in the hand, but you take time to dodge. An eye patch. Cool. Swashbuckling getup. Ooh, I need one more of those, I guess. This regular old eye patch. If you wear this, you had one eye, you would be dressing like a pirate. Arr. Okay. Ooh, here we go. The hidden heart of the hidden temple. You find yourself in what your adventurous sense tells you is the exact center of the temple. Your adventurous sense also allows you to notice a big door set in the north wall. The door is decorated with a carved stone hemisphere. There's also a small spiral staircase leading downward in the corner of the room. Oh, and the hallway you came through. That's also still a thing. I want to go through the door. Let's go through the door. You open the door. You find very quickly that the door was the only thing holding a massive round boulder in place. It begins to roll towards you, and gradually picking up speed as you lead on a merry chase through a twisting and apparently almost entirely downhill labyrinth of passageways and staircases. Finally, you manage to escape the surrounding woods, and the boulder rolls to the front door after you, landing with a plop in a nearby puddle. Ahem, says a booming voice from inside the temple. Sorry about that. You weren't supposed to open that door. I don't suppose you could put that boulder back, could you? You grumbly acquiesce, and spend the next hour rolling the boulder back up the maze of passageways and back into place. At least it's a good workout. 94 strongness. Wow. You gain some muscle points. Yeah, that's quite a bit. You're fighting a Craven Carven Raven. This is a room in the temple, which is as silent as a pimple. You're strolling your thoughts as carefree as a lark. While you watched some cobwebs snatching, suddenly there came a scratching, as if something stone-like hatching somewhere in the dark. Then came their bird ascending, and your life intent on ending. Downward, downward came it wending, with a bite far worse than bark. Quoth the raven, Ark! Nice. Tries to bite you in the face, but you nevermore will I allow that. Awesome. You're fighting a bas relief sheep with a menacing baa. Is there any other kind? As one of the bas relief sheep carved into the wall leaps and attacks you. It better quit wool gathering and attack. Least it leave you shorn of your dignity. He tries to bite you, then realizes you're not made of grass. Another Craven Carven Raven. Yeesh. Shiny stones. The stones, birds in the hidden temple aren't just carvings, you know? They have feelings. They have, like, needs. Like the need to collect shiny object like these. Predictably, it gnaws on you ravenously. Predictably, though, thoroughly far from painlessly. Although this was a starving Craven Carven Raven. Oh my gosh. Starvin' Carvin Raven. That's a tongue twister if I ever heard one. This game hates me. Yeah, right? It tries to scratch you with its stone talons, but it turns out everybody must get stoned. Stone Temple Pirate. Alright, we have three adventures left. Oh, Ancient Poison Dart. This dusty little dart sat for centuries in the ancient trap mechanism in the hidden temple. These days, they don't make poison like they used to. But they definitely used to make it like they used to, so the poison in this one is probably still good and potent. Another Craven Carven Raven. Oh man. One adventure left. Is there anywhere that you want me to adventure particularly? Well, I'm asking you. I'm going to check my inventory for... I do have some, yeah, Strongness Elixir. Let's use that. It gives me a little extra boost. You don't know. Let's do... Let's see. The Misspelled Cemetery, since I knew to get rid of the evil there. The Unquiet Graves. The Crypt. The Defiled Nook, the Defiled Cranny, the Defiled Alcove, or the Defiled Niche. Which one should I go to? The Crook, or the Crook. The Nook, Cranny, Niche, or Alcove. I'm out of water, actually. More crocodile hiccups, please. I'm not sure that's how that works. Should I go back to the the obligatory Pirate's Cove? That's where I'm fighting a sassy pirate. Diagnosis, sassy. Use the Disco Dance of Doom. Use Disco Eye Poke. Let's see. Should I use something here? Sonar in a biscuit. Why not? You crack open the biscuit and waves of sound crash over your opponent, dealing 8 damage. Cool. Alright. I now have all of my adventures used up. So, that is about all the time we've got for this stream. That actually worked out perfectly well. It's like 1:57, so like 3 minutes left in the stream. So we're gonna go back to the full cam, and we're gonna end up with the things that we usually do while I end up with the stream. So, first off, I do have a Discord channel. If you guys want to go check that out, I have a link to that in the description. I also have merchandise and stuff you can buy. All the links to all that kind of stuff in the link in the description. Got t-shirts and stickers and a mug. And I also have a GameWisp account if you want to check that out. It can give you, it's like a monthly donation thing to help me out with my bills and such, because this is my job after all. And then I think that's about it for now. So, yeah, like and favorite if you like the stream. Subscribe if you like me if you haven't already. And good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye!